And you're not even the most nervous person here. Logan's about to shit on himself back there thinking about doing this. I can tell.
I bet Gabriel is.
Gabriel, yeah, well, I've got a lot of shit on Gabriel. He's nervous. Anyway.
Good God Almighty, this has 36 grams of sugar in it.
What did you expect?
36 grams of sugar?
Yep.
Yeah.
I died. Might as well have had a beer.
It's ginger ale. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Boom, and welcome to the Big Honker Podcast, brought to you by Pacific Calls. I'm Jeff Stanfield with world fucking famous Andy Shaver.
That's right. Got a couple new guys here. We got one that is nervous as fuck over there.
I am.
From Wichita Falls, Mr. Maxie Bolin. Maxie is your nickname already.
Got me a nickname?
That is going to stick with you.
Okay.
Why are you so nervous?
I don't know. I ain't never done nothing like this before.
It's just.
Are you nervous about guiding some? Or
No, not really.
But just talking on them.
Front of the camera and
Camera. So if we turned the camera off, you wouldn't be nervous, or would you still be nervous?
Yeah, I don't know.
You realize that there's people from all 50 states and about 37 different countries every day listen to this?
Well, that helps a lot.
Are you a single man?
I am.
This would be a chance maybe to reach out to a woman out there. Might be some lady wanting to marry a stud like you.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I doubt it.
You doubt. Oh, there's somebody out there. You killed a big deer this week.
I did.
Big old mule deer. What do you score? 180s, you think? 190?
He'll probably go 180s.
180s. So I've known Max's parents basically my whole life, basically. And your mom sends me a picture of this deer you kill. And I said, man, that's a moose. And she goes, I think it's a mule deer. I'm like, no, it's I'm just being, moose is just a word I use. Yes, it's a mule deer, and it's a big one. Now, is that the first mule deer you've killed?
Yes, it was.
Oh, you're spoiled.
How long did you hunt it?
I was out there for about 30 minutes and got in the stand.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and then feeder went off, and he came in 10 minutes after feeder went off.
And you dropped him right there.
He ran about 100 yards.
Was it bow or rifle?
It was bow.
Bow.
Mm-hmm.
So, you shot it with a bow, not a crossbow?
No, it was a bow.
was a
Compound
bow.
bow.
So what's the Boone and Crockett on a mule deer? Is it 180?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to introduce our other guide from Scottsbluff, Nebraska, Josh Moore.
Yes, sir.
Do you know the Boone and Crockett? You're a deer guide.
I don't really pay attention to the score. It's all mature deer.
Well,
for
some
me.
bitch was pretty fucking mature that he shot.
Oh, for sure.
But so you don't know if it's. I think a mule deer is 180 is the.
It's probably right.
I know
Probably
it's a
like
Pope and Young for
175.
sure.
I think I actually did hear it was 180.
I think 180 is a Boone and Crockett mule deer. That's your first mule deer.
Yes.
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah, he's spoiled.
Yeah. So you got bigger mule deer than that on the place though, probably.
There's a house mule. He hangs out around the house, and my dad put him off limits.
What's he score? Bigger than that?
Probably just about the same.
Breeder buck.
That's a big old mule deer for North Texas. A big
know.
deal. Have you shot a big whitetail with your bow before?
Oh yeah.
Well, how big?
172.
Motherfucker is here. Is that
180.
expert?
I only kill big shit.
It is 180.
So you've got a book
Yeah,
whitetail and a book mule deer. So what's next now? Book elk. Have you shot an elk with a bow yet?
I've shot 2.
How big are those?
The first one scored 275, and then the second one I shot in Colorado was about a 230.
Is that big or?
Those are decent.
275 was
That's
pretty
a good
decent.
one. 300 is the
Ye-
standard for a really
Yeah.
big elk, right? I think that elk right there, I don't think is 300. I don't think it's wide enough.
He's got some big fronts though.
Yeah, he does, and it may be a 300 class. Do you shoot elk in Nebraska now, Josh?
I haven't.
Do you-
My buddies do, yeah.
Y'all have them where you're at around Scottsbluff, right?
Oh, yeah. Monsters.
Yeah, and y'all also have bighorn sheep there,
Yep.
but you can't hardly get one to kill.
No. They, it's like a lottery tag. So it's a big auction. And, the game wardens take you out. They say, hey, you're going to shoot that one. and then
And
your
it's a
hunt's
new
over.
record.
You could go up and pet them though. I've been turkey hunting, and walk right up on them.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I've got videos on my phone of it.
It's like at Yellowstone. They have them in the parking lot there, like at the
Yeah.
God, what's that thing called? It starts with the M. When you come in on the north side there, but it's the same way. I mean, the fucking mule deer or the bighorn sheep are walking around the hotel parking lot, basically.
Oh, I believe it.
That's crazy. Okay, we're gonna ask you this question first. First time guiding in Texas.
Yes, sir.
Have you? We run a pretty big operation. Is this the biggest place you've worked at?
Yeah, I'd say.
What are you expecting?
Just have a good time. Just make the most out of it. Learn as much as I can about this area. I don't know.
Now you come highly recommended because Blake Poppy recommended you.
A lot of
Said you're
pressure.
a stone cold killer.
So Blake's either really screwing us and he's gonna be laughing at us, or you're the real deal.
We'll find out in a couple
You
weeks.
know, he went to bullfighting school.
Yeah, you're a bullfighter.
Yep.
And not a Mexican bullfighter like in Mexico, but actually
No.
like a rodeo clown.
Yeah,
But it's
cowboy
not
protection.
like Weston does. You actually like protect the bull rider and everything.
Yep.
I think Weston and them also do
Yeah,
that
he
also.
does
Does security a little bit.
Yes, he
but-
he does that also, but he also does a professional bullfighter.
You make the most money doing the freestyle stuff. What Weston's like known for, world champion.
Right.
That's
So do you go jump over them and do all that
No.
shit?
I can't jump, man.
I don't.
What's the worst like predicament that you've seen a cowboy in?
I mean, getting knocked out or a hang up when their hand gets stuck in their rope. Those can get pretty
What's the
sticky.
protocol on like if their hand gets stuck? Like you just fucking yank the shit out of it, or how
The
do
tail
you?
end of their rope. So you just pull on that,
And then that
you're on the
lets 'em
opposite
go?
side. Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
You got stepped on doing that?
I have plenty of times. Yeah. More times than I'd like, but it happens.
They just don't sound like a fun hobby to me.
It's part
Has
of the
there ever
job.
been an instance like where the bull rider like gets hung up? Well, like what causes the hang up?
So there's two styles of ropes, American style and a Brazilian. And one gets pulled away from your hand and the other gets pulled on the same side as your hand.
Right.
And, most guys, typically older, will take a wrap around their hand and you want to get off into your rope. And because that'll release it. And then away, it'll tighten it. So their hand basically folds over and then they're stuck.
Oh,
It's like
and
locked in there because
there's
guys
no
use
getting out.
rosin.
Right.
So
and
it's
that's like
super
stick
sticky.
'em.
Yep. So
That's the last thing I want to do is be stuck on a
And
fucking
now,
bull.
now all of a sudden, you're
Yeah.
not only tied to it, you are stuck to it.
yeah. So we jump in there and try and get them out as safe as possible.
So basically, the bull rider has to know like how to fall also. Like
in a
he
sense,
can't
yeah.
just like if he
So
falls
if
the
they
wrong
cover,
way, it's
which
going
is-
to tighten
yeah.
his rope up on him.
If they cover, which means they rode the bull for 8 seconds, they get off on a specific side.
Mm-hmm.
That way they don't put themselves in danger. Because most of those guys, this is their lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
That's if they get hurt and they got to be, bedrung or whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
They're not making any money. These guys don't have side jobs.
My fat ass looks like a yard dart if I got one of them fuckers throwing me off there everywhere. Max, have you rode a bull?
No.
Any wants or desires?
No, I got a bad shoulder and a bad ankle. I can't.
I got a bum ankle.
That's what's kept me from riding too.
It is,
My
yep.
fucking bad ankle and shoulder.
Yeah. I won't ride them. I'm more comfortable on my feet.
Oh yeah, you can get away from.
I don't want to be in a
Yeah.
fucking pen with one either. There's nothing about that sounds. There's people that come here and I think, man, that would be really cool to do that shit. I'm not gonna lie. There's nothing about fucking being on a bull or in a ring with a bull that sounds good.
It's not as bad as you think. Once you get the basic fundamentals down, it's pretty simple. There are some sticky situations that you just you have to go into because you're there to do a job. You got to make sure that guy makes it home to his family or
Right.
whoever.
Yeah, I'm out on that shit.
So, I mean, I fight a lot of high school rodeos, so I feel a lot of pressure on that because that's the future of bull riding. So you don't want any of them kids to get hurt, and you got a mom chewing your ass for.
Sure, she's letting her fucking kid ride a bull.
I know.
So let's be honest with this
Yeah,
here. I mean,
she
really,
down, Karen.
She should know
Yeah.
the dangers.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
If it's my fault your kid gets hurt because I don't get him off that fucking deal, he shouldn't have got on the fucking bull in the first place.
Yeah.
I wonder what percentage of bull. I bet it's close to zero. How many bull riders die? in
Huh?
the
They just
arena
had a
now?
guy just died the other day.
Yeah, but it's got to be close to zero.
It's
Okay,
I bet it-
one
I bet
died
it's
the other
super
day.
low.
I bet it's less than 1%.
I don't know.
I bet it's between 0 and 1%. 0.67%.
Of people that ride bulls get killed by bulls.
Yep.
Oh, I don't know, but I can
You
tell
only really hear about it a couple times a year.
Well,
Yeah.
that's because they die.
But yeah.
I mean, fuck, you don't hear about somebody they fell off the bull and they're okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
I think the kid died. Did the kid guy at Stanford? Did he live? The kid. There was a pro road. They had a PBR there this year, and the kid got hurt bad.
Okay, hold on. We're about to find the answer. What do you think the number is each year?
How many people die?
How many bull riders? I'm
gonna say 4.
Oh, I was
I'm
going
gonna
to
say
go.
it's 6.
I was going to say 6 or 7.
Oh, well, then y'all can both. What
I'll
about
go
you,
with 3.
Maxie? Maxie's
3?
going 3.
30 to 60.
That's lineman.
What's lineman?
That's like I'd imagine that's power lineman.
They call them bull riders?
No.
What the fuck? What
think
did I
that's the
search?
wrong- You searched the right
Between
thing.
1989 and 29, there have been 16 deaths on the bull riding circuit. So in 20 years, it was about 1 per year.
Wow.
Oh, that's.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good. You know, you don't want people dying.
Whoa,
in
whoa,
the
whoa,
sport.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Now, this other thing says that 1,257 people died from being trampled by bull riding in the world. Now, that's a whole lot.
Well,
Now,
That might be
yeah,
also
they're
them fuckers out in
worldwide.
Spain.
Do they count the
Oh,
running with the
I'm
bulls
sure
and
they
that?
do. Yeah, I'm sure.
So
they
we're
do.
only counting fucking American
I'm counting
rodeos?
American rodeos. Yes.
Oh, well, you didn't
I'm
tell
not
me.
counting. I'm not counting where they run with the bulls and all that shit. I'm sure that number is skewed in there. So 1257. Plus, you don't know what those fuckers are doing down there in Brazil. They're crazy down there. Have you seen a heavy influx of Brazilian bull riders?
That's all there is, isn't it?
Yeah. That kid that just died on the PBR, he was from Brazil.
We're going to get fucking Gabriel over. He's Mexican, but that's close to Brazil, and he's little, and we're going to get him on a fucking bull,
It's
teach him
the-
how to bull ride.
now, it's the
And he likes
Brazilians-
the thick women, too, so that fits right up his style.
The Brazilian bull riders are the reason they put like a pin clock, isn't it?
Huh?
Yeah. On the PBR, they have a timer in the chute, and you have to go out before that timer runs out, because what the Brazilians would do is they would sit on that bull in the pen and they would tire him out. So they would just take too long in the pen.
There ain't no fucking way some 127-pound Brazilian is going to tire a fucking
They just
bull
work
out.
them back and forth.
Yeah, they
and
work
they're-
them back and forth in that pen.
Could
And
you
then-
imagine being-
Okay. Before they open the gate, you
Yeah.
got so long. Okay,
Yes,
okay.
yes,
So if they
yes.
sit on there for 15 minutes playing a mariachi music,
No,
and
it's
then
like
they-
it's like
can't.
it's
You
like
get-
2 minutes now. But before
You
that,
get 30 seconds. Once those judges hit you on a clock, you got 30 seconds.
I don't think they're wearing them bulls out there.
And if you don't pull it, nod
What do
your
you
head
think,
by
Max?
then, you're done.
You ain't wearing out a big bull.
That's what I think so too.
I'm telling you.
Just think of being 2,000 pounds and you're working back and forth in this little area. You're
the
going to
guy
get pretty
weighs
tired.
130 pounds. He ain't bothering that
Yeah,
fucking
but you're
bull.
carrying 2,000 pounds of your own weight every day.
Fucker, they carry that weight everywhere they go. Maxie's a big killer. Me and him are on the same side on this one. Y'all
But
are
that
full
they
of
get
shit.
in that pen and it works on them, Jeff.
I think
Yeah.
Big Killer's gonna be your new name. We said Maxie. You went from Maxie to Big Killer already.
That's
But
a lot
the
better.
Brazilians
You like
seem
that
to-
better?
Yep.
Okay.
They seem to ride with like more strength in their technique. Like
Right.
they try and like muscle their way in there. When the Americans kind of use, their balance and
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. It takes a big set of balls to ride a bull. I don't give a shit who you are, or to ride a fucking bronc horse or anything like that. I'm out
I
on
don't-
that.
those bucking horses scare me.
Fuck yeah. Yeah.
Those things are big and powerful.
Yes.
I got kicked by one once.
Yeah.
That was not fun.
Bull riders are pussies compared to bronc riders. Bronc riders are
Well,
the
I'll
real.
remind you to tell them that when they come walking in the door.
Bronc riders are the real men of the rodeo.
Yeah.
They'll tell you that
I
too.
thought it was the guys that were jumping on the steer wrestlers. I thought that was the toughest guy.
They're pretty tough.
Well, make up your mind.
Bronc
so who's
riders.
the fucking tough? Everybody here's not a rodeo guy except you. Okay.
Yeah, but if I walk into a bar and there's all three of them, I'm not going to pick a fight with 2 out of the 3.
Which one would you be? The steer wrestler's the guy I would be worried about.
I'm just going to make friends with all of them.
Well, I know, but if you had to pick one, which one's the toughest? You a lot of dead air here, son, on your first podcast. You gotta talk.
The bronc riders probably take the most beating, I'd say.
See there.
So
so
you
they're
think a
probably the
bronc rider's
toughest.
tougher than a steer wrestler?
Yeah.
I'm going with the steer. So we're going to get a lot of deal. Big Killer, what do you think? You're just ready to get the fuck off this podcast.
So, Big Killer, what are your goals this year at Stanfield Hunting Outfitter?
Just learn a lot, get the experience.
Now you went to Texas Tech also. You're a fellow Red Raider.
Mm-hmm.
You said they shipped you off.
They did.
Yeah,
Yep.
you just washed out of Texas Tech.
Had too
Had
much
too much
fun.
fun?
Yep.
That's what you're supposed to do in college, though.
Well, I did.
Great answer. Great answer. And you didn't get the Raider rash. So that's
Nope.
good.
Yep.
That's
Clean.
But you
Came
heard
back
about
clean.
it.
Came back clean.
Oh, yeah. That's all you hear about it there.
yeah. So you had you buddies that experienced the Raider rash.
They didn't say anything.
Yeah, it's not something I think you go bragging about.
No.
You know, that's
Probably
not,
not.
you know, hey guys, I got the rash. No, that's not something you talk about. So you were in a frat there?
I was.
Oh, that's
yeah.
a lot of fun then.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
What-
would you go back and do it all over again if you could?
It was fun for like the first two or 3 years, and then I was kind of over it.
Now, okay, so you were there 3 years
Oh no, I was there for 6 years.
That's why they kicked you out.
with no.
Well, I am close though. I am.
Well,
close to
fuck! I'd
graduate.
hope you're close to your
Yeah.
doctorate.
Two and a half more years, he'll be done.
They,
Yeah.
you know, they have a saying. You know, there's a title that people that go to college for 6 years, it's doctor. So like,
Well, I ain't no doctor.
well, no,
Doc.
Doc.
The new nickname, Doc. But you had fun in 6 years.
I did.
There's
yeah.
nothing to be ashamed about that. When you get old, you'll be able to tell your kids stories. See, I went to college a long time also. And I didn't get the goat skin either. So me and you are in the same boat. And I didn't get the Raider rash either. So see, we got a lot in common, Doc. But I got lots of good stories to tell.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
is there like an eligibility that you have in the fraternity, or like, are you in the fraternity all 6 years?
They don't call you grandfathered in for no reason at all.
I think after the 4th year, you have to go into alumni. Pretty sure, but you can still go to the lodge and do whatever.
Doc had a damn good time in Lubbock is what it sounded like.
Yep.
What was your favorite bar there? Top
Chimmy's.
three.
Chimmy's
Chimmy's?
probably.
I've been to Chimmy's. Got a bad story for Chimmy's.
Well, tell us.
That's where we got fucked up. Where y'all?
Oh, the night of graduation where Jessie puked all over the car and left the door open in her purse.
Yeah.
Andy's graduation the night before. We go down to have proud moment. Andy's an overachiever. He had to go fucking graduate college, you know. So we go
I
down
did
there.
it in 5.
And we go down there to have night. They're so fucking drunk they can't even eat dinner with us like at 4 o'clock the night before. We get to this apartment and his girlfriend's car at the time, my daughter-in-law, the one that had the toy that we heard about last week. Anyways, walk down there.
Now hold on. You don't know what it is. I said unmentionable.
If it
There's
was
a lot of things it could be.
if it was panties, you would have said panties.
Could have been condoms.
Why would they do that? That's not bad.
For a 7-year-old, it is.
The rubber balloons. He don't know.
It could be anything.
Do you think if you
Lacy
if
underwear.
if your kid's going through your drawer find something he shouldn't find,
Could be anything.
sex toy, condom, or panties, what do you think it's going to be?
It could be anything.
What do you think?
I mean, I'd probably say panties. It's just underwear.
See there?
What do you think, Doc?
That's easy.
Yeah, I'm with him.
I say sex toy. Or he wouldn't have covered it up. He just said
I'm
it's
not
hard
covering
panties.
it up. I said unmentionables. That's all I said.
Okay, anyways.
Anyway,
So we get there. Jessie's car, the window's open and her purse is sitting and there's puke all down the window. And Michelle goes, "Oh, this is going to be a long night." So
And
we
it
didn't go.
was.
We went and ate dinner without them because they were passed out.
now, here's my side of the story. I got a call from my mom that said, we're going to pick your brothers up at lunch from school. We'll be there at 2 o'clock, 2:30 at the latest. We'll have a late lunch. Perfect. So my then girlfriend, now wife, said, let's go to Chimmy's. This is at like 11:30. We'll have 2 drinks. They'll be here. We'll go to dinner. Everything will be fine. Well, plans changed. They didn't get on the road until 3:30. We've been at Chimmy's for 3.5 hours at this point. So it's a 2-hour drive to Lubbock from here. So by the time they get there, we left Chimmy's at like 5. You can't sit in Chimmy's for 5 hours.
No,
and, like,
that's a bad idea.
yeah. We had like the Bentley and the Cadillac and all that shit. Not a good situation.
Do you know what those are, Doc?
It's the
I don't either.
margaritas.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
You're not a margarita drinker, Doc?
No.
What do you drink?
Whiskey and Sprite.
Whiskey and Sprite.
And beer.
And beer. Not mixing them together, though.
I'll do both.
Oh, you'll do. He ain't scared.
He's been in a fraternity for 6 years, Jeff. Like
Doc is a lot of fun.
I don't
can
think.
tell
I don't.
already.
I don't think. I don't think there's much he's afraid of when it comes to alcohol. Have you ever been so drunk you thought you had alcohol poisoning?
No.
Never that bad.
Mm-mm.
I might have gotten that bad. I thought I was gonna die one day.
It happens.
What's your best bar story from Lubbock? Does it include a goat, a donkey, WD-40, anything really cool, or is
Oh, I got kicked out of a bar one time.
Which one?
Might have been Bar PM.
Bar PM, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
You been there?
Yep.
And I forgot. I was blacked out. but something happened, and 2 or 3 bouncers came and got me. And
You're not the biggest guy either.
no, but I'm a fighter. So they come up and get me and tell me to leave, and I said I ain't fucking leaving. And 2 of them, they were big corn-fed boys. They grabbed me by my arms under the armpits, and they're carrying me out the door. And I put my 2 legs up on the door.
My 2 legs.
Like out on the frame.
Yeah,
What-
on the frame.
Oh, that's the little kid move, man. When you're trying to get your kid in the bed at night time.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So then they just had to keep on pounding on my legs, and then finally I gave in, and then just face planted in front of the sidewalk, busted my chin. There's like 50 people waiting to get in PM, so that they all saw it. It wasn't a good night.
But you don't know what you did for them to be like, hey, you're out of here?
I think
yeah,
he does.
Yeah,
I
I'd rather not say it right now.
Were you flashing your penis or anything of that
No,
nature?
no,
Nothing
heck
like
no,
that?
No.
But so you know.
That's not usually a white boy move.
No, yeah. I know, but
Yeah, you just don't want to say. I got you. I understand.
well,
that.
I mean, yeah, I don't know if it's kind of racist.
Oh, okay. You were shouting out obscenities.
Well, one of the bouncers was black.
Oh, okay. And that's not the one that you want to like say that to,
No,
but you did.
I guess I did.
Oh, okay. And he had enough. He wasn't listening to that.
No, yeah, he got my ass out of there.
So you're lucky that it just stopped, like when he got you outside. Like a
he
lot of
didn't-
times.
I'm so lucky he didn't beat my ass or anything. He just threw me out.
Maybe he
Yeah.
knew you were a fighter. Maybe he knew you were a fighter.
Yeah, he probably could tell.
I just want to get this thread out of the door. I don't want to fuck with this rattlesnake anymore.
Well,
Was he doing anything to you, or you were just at that stage of drunkenness where you're like, you know what, I'm just gonna holler at this guy?
you don't probably remember.
Yeah, it's pretty blurry.
It's pretty blurry.
Do you remember any of the night, or do your friends, are they like, hey, like this is why they threw
I
you
kind of
out?
remember some parts, and then some parts my friends
They
are telling me
pieced
about.
together.
Did you ever go back after that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think next weekend.
All right, we're gonna have a good time.
Your friends are probably like, oh fuck, he's on one of those deals again.
Yep,
Like we're gonna be
yep.
pulling Max out of jail.
Too much whiskey.
Too much whiskey.
Well, Doc,
Oh, boy.
you and
you
Josh.
don't have any stories like that, do you?
No,
No, nothing near that
I'm
bad.
too afraid to get in trouble, man. My dad would kill me.
Well, Doc's probably didn't know about it till now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Mom.
Sorry, Mom. Well, hey, you know, it happens to the best of us.
All right, next 2 up. Thank you guys. Look forward to having you guys.
Yeah,
with
hey,
us.
listen, I'm glad you guys are on board. It'll be a great year, and we're looking forward to it.
It'll be a fun
Appreciate
year.
it.
All right.
Thank
Thank y'all.
See you, Doc.
Yep. Doc got over his shyness pretty fucking fast.
Yeah, he
didn't
did, didn't he? Like he wasn't waiting around.
I'm a killer and I'm a fighter.
I'm a fighter. All right, we got my favorite Mexican sitting down.
Well, Fred Ledesma's my favorite Mexican, so I can't say that about you.
I'm glad that you're sitting in the tall one because the short one over here.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't like that.
Why don't you like that?
This just sounds weird.
but it's because you can hear better. All right. Well,
You can give it to Ben if
I don't.
You
Will I
know-
be able to hear my voice?
he sounds just like you can hear your voice and
You
you can
hear
hear
it?
ours too. It works so much
Basically
better.
both.
Y'all need to scoot up.
Okay.
Sounds just like Bo, don't he?
you're gonna have to scoot forward, keep this about a fist away,
All right.
right there. This will go wherever you want it to go.
All right. Other 2 new guides for this year. Well, one of them's not new. He's been here.
I feel
Yeah.
bad for Gabriel. Gabriel's been here for 3 years. He's done an excellent job. He's done everything that we've ever asked of him. He's a bird cleaning son of a bitch. We've had Harry
Big Ed.
for 3 months. And during your doom and gloom meeting that we had that lasted an hour, by the way, Harry had head bird boy title. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Now hold on.
Is it because
I thought
he's
I earned that title.
Is it because he's Mexican?
You've got it back now. You're the head bird cleaner, okay?
Okay.
I was giving you a bump and letting you
Well,
be more. No,
No, it didn't seem like a bump at all. You
no.
you totally just whitewashed all of his
Okay.
accomplishments out here.
Okay, Gabriel, you're back in charge of the processor, okay?
Well,
So
I
there-
mean, I want to.
No, you called me out on air now, so you are. Gabriel is from Knox City. Gabriel's mother, Sonia, works out here also.
Mm-hmm.
Gabriel graduated high school this year. He's going to work here. His gap year before he goes to the Army is going to be work at the lodge.
Are you still doing that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
You are
planned.
still going to go to the Army?
Yeah.
And you like thick women, right?
Well, What kind of thick are you talking
You
about?
always tell me you like them thick.
Yeah, like
Move this a little closer to you, Gabriel.
the good thick.
What is good thick? I don't know what good thick and bad thick is.
Well,
I mean, do you
The-
like hell dents in their butt? I mean, what's a good thick?
no, not really. I like it.
Just thick in the right places.
Yeah, just thick in the right places.
Well, like what? I'm asking. I
Where's
don't
the right
understand.
place? Is the
Well-
belly the right place?
Because when I
I mean-
grew up, women, what was considered a really good-looking women is completely different now compared to then. Because we like thin girls with a nice rear end and
Well, I do
boobs.
too.
Well, no, you like them thick, big, thick thighs
No,
and
no,
shit.
no, like what thick thighs save lives. You ever heard that?
No.
They do.
So you like
That's
thick
true.
thighs then?
thick thighs and
No, I don't know
the
them.
butt
The
and
butt.
some boobs.
Oh,
All right, Gabriel, I have Googled thick women.
Yeah.
Show me, I mean, where's the line? Is it her?
No.
No, that's too thick.
Yeah.
Okay. What
Whoa,
about
we got opportunity here.
what about her? Is that thick?
Oh, that's perfect.
That's perfect right there.
Little too thick there.
That's perfect.
Her rear end.
she
you,
looks fake.
You can put
Yeah,
yellow.
she does, but
What
Go-
about that?
uh,
No?
it's
Wrong
a
thick?
little bit.
Is this on TV where people see this?
No, it's
Okay,
not.
good. Go up now. Not. I mean, go up.
Curvy woman, thick thighs.
Okay, go up. Up. What about the girl in the sixth one in the white lingerie tank? Another one to the left, right there. What about her now?
Like the body?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's okay then.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's thick enough.
All right.
Okay. I'm kind of seeing, but
you-
not her.
But you don't. like,
No.
No.
Her nipples hanging out.
Well, Gabriel, when they're that big,
Yeah.
what are you supposed to do with them?
so that's the kind of woman you're looking for.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I know. Now, what about you, Ben from Atlanta, Georgia, or not from Statesboro,
Swainsboro.
Waynesboro,
Swainsboro.
Swainsboro? He talks like Bo Pierce, don't he? Your best friend's Bo, and y'all talk just alike.
Yep.
So, y'all went pig hunting last night.
Yes, we did.
How'd y'all do?
It took us a while.
I was 0 for 2, but I was only shooting at a coyote.
Yeah.
So
and
you
to be
missed it.
fair, Tony's gun isn't.
So,
on.
so you missed
We-
yesterday morning.
Well.
yes or no?
Yeah. I
Okay.
did.
And you missed yesterday evening, right? And
Yep.
then Stoner, the old man, comes in and in one shot kills a pig.
Well, you
After
forgot
partying all
Josh.
day.
Josh missed one too.
Yes.
The other Josh missed one.
Yeah.
Bullfighting Josh.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, it seems to me like Doc is the one y'all need to go because he only kills big shit. So he would have killed a big hog.
Well, we don't need a big one.
Oh, you wanted a
Yeah.
smaller one. Okay. So,
Well, Josh shot the biggest one that was out there, though.
Yeah, he did.
and y'all put a pig in the ground tonight and y'all are cooking it. And then your
Yeah.
mom's made tortillas. She making rice for y'all too?
No, she's in Dallas, so it's just tortillas.
So she just made tortillas for y'all. All right. So, what are you expecting out of this year since you're now the head of the processor again? What are you wanting to do this year?
Hopefully clean a lot of birds.
Clean a lot of birds. Good answer. Team player there.
Yeah. No, but the pheasant hunt should be fun. I'm
You're-
really looking forward to that. Like doing a lot more.
You'll do a lot of that. You know, Gabriel is the best high school hand we've had since back in the 90s, probably. We've had some kids working. We had a lot of good hands work through here, but we went through about a 10-year stretch. You couldn't get a high school kid to fucking work. And I put on Facebook one day, I said, man, I need a high school kid that wants to work. And your mom messaged and said, hey, Gabriel will work. And you come out here and you've been a worker since. Yeah. What do you want to do when you get done guiding? Because you're
like-
going to
After this, Army.
you're going to the Army. And what do you want to
Yeah.
do in the Army?
Well, I want to just get a job in there where I can learn a lot more and just use it kind of like as a stepping stone, but at the same time serve my country.
What do you want to do when you get out of the Army?
Well, I was thinking about like starting a business or something, and then
Oh, we didn't discuss that. What's the name of your hat company going to be?
half-ass hat coat.
Half-Ass Hat Company.
Yes.
Half-ass hat company.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
that's the best name because we went through like 20 of these names.
Yeah, we did.
I said Two Fat Fucks Hat Company, and you did not like that one.
Well, no, because I don't think that would sell.
I think it would. What do you think?
It'd probably sell.
I think so too. I think everybody young, man, what's that? Is that one of them Two Fat Fuck hats? Yes, I think so.
Maybe.
But we went with two half-ass hats.
Uh-huh.
I like that though. So have y'all started this
We're
business
still in
yet?
the works.
Still in the works.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a whole lot of planning and a lot less getting done on this hat company. I
There
think.
is, yeah.
Okay, Ben, you're gonna be our pheasant guide.
Yep.
Taking Bo's spot. Big shoes to fill because Bo done a good job.
Yeah, I know.
You think Bo misses being here?
Oh, yes.
Yep. What do you want to do when you get done doing your guiding for a couple of years?
I don't know. Maybe we discussed doing something with landscaping back home, but it's still in the planning processes, like Gabriel's Hat Company.
Gabriel would be good in the landscaping business.
Yeah.
Because of my.
It comes naturally.
Yeah,
You
it
don't
does.
speak Spanish though.
No, I don't.
That's hard to believe you can't speak Spanish.
I know.
I mean, we was going to name it the Pinchy Cap Company, but we didn't know what Pinchy meant.
Two pinchies. Two
Yeah, two-
pinchies.
No, I don't
Two
think,
Pinchy Guardos or something.
I don't really think that makes sense.
What's Pinchy mean?
Hell, I don't know.
See, how do you
I
know
mean,
it don't
like,
make
I
sense?
kind of know, but I
Means
really,
little, doesn't it?
no.
Pinche pendejo
That's,
way.
that's
Little asshole bitch.
Paquito is tiny.
Yeah. But,
Fucking, I
Yeah.
think is what pinche means.
Yeah.
Pinche pendejo way. Fucking
yeah,
asshole
like,
bitch.
fuck, yeah.
Yeah.
So you know all the bad words, but not the good words.
I mean, I just know like a little bit like slang.
Feliz Navidad means Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay, just so you know that.
Thank you.
So Ben, did you leave a woman at home in Georgia?
Yes, sir.
How old is she?
Uh-oh.
She's 21,
How old are you?
24.
24.
Or is this like getting married type deal, or
Possibly, yeah.
possibly?
No. Like
No, or
in,
well, you
in
better-
the future, yes.
So how far down in the future is she gonna have to wait?
Well, she's gonna be an occupational therapist, so she's got some school left.
What's that? An occupational therapist.
like a physical therapist, kind of
But for, oh,
like hands and stuff. And
Why are you looking at me for?
Speech and
oh. I thought it was like helping people find a job. Like a school counselor.
No, that's called a counselor.
Well, helps them find a job.
So you're waiting to get. You don't want to get married to this girl until she gets out of school and starts making her own money. Is that what you're telling us?
basically.
I mean, it's a simple question. You could say, no, honey, that's not what I meant when I said that about you, because she's going to listen probably to this.
We're still young. We gotta do some stuff.
I agree with you. Have you been thrown out of a bar before?
Yes.
You have too?
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I was overserved, and there's a concert going on. So I walk up to the front of the stage, like stumble up, and I was knocking people's drinks out of their hands.
So you're way overserved.
Oh, yes. And then I was like bumping into people, and I bumped this one girl's drink out of her hand, and she turns around and just slapped me right in the face, knocked my hat off. And the bouncer came and got me and pulled me out.
Well, she hit you, but you got thrown out? That's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, it was.
She must have been good looking.
I can't remember. It hurt. I've never been slapped by a girl that hard in my life.
She's
How many
pissed.
times you been slapped by a girl?
Twice.
Okay.
The other time did not hurt near as bad.
No.
Were you also in a fraternity?
No.
What's the shirt?
That's by me. That's my girlfriend's in.
She's in a sorority?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Does she know that you got overserved and knocked someone else's beer out of their hand?
Probably. Or I haven't told her that, but
you
she'll probably listen. She'll be pissed.
Ah.
How long ago did this happen?
Like 2 or 3 years ago.
You're a young person, both of you. I'm going to ask y'all y'all's thoughts. This guy, this Travis, is it Travis Scott?
Oh, yeah.
What do you think about all that shit? Do you think he's a devil worshiper, or do you think this
I'm-
is conspiracy? Do you think he's a fucking satanic fucker?
I don't know. I don't really pay attention to him that much, but like I saw that concert and all those people like dying and getting hurt. That's crazy.
What do you think?
I don't know. I just listen to his music. I don't look at his concerts or
So
anything.
when you listen to his music, do you want to, go play Mark of
Stab
the Beast and
people?
stuff and
No.
things? Okay. I don't know nothing about the dude. He's got a Kardashian girl pregnant, right? Is that right?
Lucky
She's
man.
hot.
Yeah.
Kylie Jenner.
She's hot.
Oh, real hot.
Well, if you were black and about 12 inches taller, maybe you could date her, because that's what she's into.
Yeah.
Because that Travis Scott dude, though, he seems like a pretty weird dude.
Yeah.
I don't understand all this devil worshiping stuff. What's with you young people?
I don't worship the devil.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, I knew that, but it's weird
I
stuff.
can't really speak.
Well, what are they saying? That this was a devil worshiping concert?
They said he was stealing souls or something.
Somebody
now.
said like he hypnotized them or whatever.
I don't know.
Mass hypnosis.
Yeah, like a
And
massive.
they were spraying
hypnosis
some
type
kind of
deal.
spray, they said, with drugs in it, and somebody was going in and injecting people with drugs. And let me tell you something, don't go. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, you and Doc over there do not need to go on these concerts, because y'all y'all's road record in bars are getting thrown out. Y'all do not need to go to Travis Scott concert, okay?
We'll have each other's back.
You can't, both of them are overserved. Y'all don't have anybody's back.
Gabriel will have our back. He can't drink yet.
Yeah, that's right, Gabriel. You're not supposed to be drinking.
I'm not.
Yeah. Gabriel has a list of things around here we can't even talk about, but we can't talk about that on air because we made a promise.
Yeah.
We can't talk about your box.
Yeah.
Gabriel's
Your
got a
safe
box
box?
that we.
Oh, yeah, I've
have you
seen
seen the
it.
refrigerator?
Oh,
Yeah, the
yes.
things we cannot speak about.
Can't
We
talk?
can't talk when your mom's here about it.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
That was,
yeah.
that
Can't
was
talk
smart.
about you waxing your willy.
No.
Can't talk about her sex life.
No.
What else is there? Can't talk about your sex life to her.
Yeah, and then for like somehow Al screwing my dad is on there. I really don't even like exactly know where that got brought up. But
So we were talking the other day. We were putting decoys together, and I asked Gabriel if he would be opposed to Josh possibly filling the role as stepdad. He said he was not against it
well, I didn't say like I was totally for it.
on a scale
I
of
can't
like
believe
I
totally
didn't even put that on the scale though.
of totally for it and totally against it. Where would it fall? Josh being your stepdad.
Stoner, but right in the middle, I guess.
Yeah, Josh Stoner. So you'd be a 5. You're neither for it nor against it. You're just if she's happy,
Yeah,
if
exactly.
Stoner is servicing her properly, and all that's going well, you're fine with it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
Y'all have embarrassed me, and I don't get embarrassed very often.
What have we embarrassed you about?
Gabriel just popped off Al, and I can't believe you told that story.
Well,
The
that,
things you told me not to say, and then you talk about it. That's just crazy.
he was already bringing it up,
I wasn't bringing it up. I was talking about what
No.
we couldn't talk about. I was
Yeah,
prepared to not
yeah.
talk about it.
and I brought up what else we couldn't talk about.
Well, that's what
And
we're
we-
saying. We weren't going to talk about
That
it,
was
but
the
you
one
did.
thing he
Right.
didn't say.
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah. And then I didn't know you wanted Al to be your. Josh to be your stepdad.
Josh
Well, I
Stoner.
didn't say that either. Al's a good guy.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
we
But
can tell.
but you're not like in the camp of like, oh, I got to keep Al around.
Well, yeah.
No. You're a
Well, 'cause
5.
my mom's happy with him.
But you're a 5. You're like if
Okay.
if Josh were to fill those shoes, if Josh Stoner were to fill those
Yeah,
shoes,
Al-
you would be fine for. You would
if-
be fine with it.
If my mom and Al split up, and Josh were to come along, then I wouldn't be against it. But like, same
So
time,
Al's not that great of a guy. If you're like,
No,
oh, Stoner
he
would be
is.
Stoner would be just as good.
I'm done.
You've done
I'm
all
just-
this yourself.
Yeah,
I
I know.
Gabriel, I'm
This
just
is
trying
one
to.
thing I told myself. Not to.
Gabriel,
told myself, and then you spouted it off.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to figure out where you are in this, and you don't sound like you're
Well,
for or against who your mom
I'm
dates.
for Al.
It didn't sound like that.
Well,
I think you're feeling
because you only
bad.
gave me an option like Josh.
Oh, who else do you want us to put on this option?
No.
I mean,
I'm just saying, like,
Stoner or Tony? Which one would you say?
oh wow, Al. Let's say Al.
that was the first smart thing you
Yeah.
said so far. Your poor mom, she's going to be answering. Al's going to throw this up at your mom's face now.
See what you did? You just caused a fight.
Yep. All your fault.
I won't be there. So.
It's all your
You're not
fault,
going to be
man.
there. It don't matter. Okay, let's get the next 2 victims on here now.
Guys, thank y'all very much, Gabriel.
Yeah. I can't believe you
Feel
said
bad
that.
for Al.
Yep, no doubt.
Hurt his feelings. That man would do anything for you, and you just threw him under the bus. I'm a 5. Oh, so you don't care who she dates? No, not really. He didn't say anything about keeping Al around. In my defense,
No, he didn't. Not one time did he say anything at all.
so all right, we got two new ones up here.
Yeah,
Which one of y'all? Both of y'all look quite nervous.
Oh, I'm not too bad.
Not too nervous. Good. You shouldn't be.
Okay. I can't remember what town now.
I'll just say Belleville.
Belleville, Illinois.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Matt Reed.
Yep.
What town? Argyle?
Yep. Argyle, Texas.
Well, no shit.
Well, people
Hey.
might not know.
That's
Small
the,
town.
How many people live there?
Well, about double when we moved there. I don't know, 4,500.
That's a pretty small town.
Yeah.
Okay.
Move this just a little bit closer to you.
All right.
There you go. Yeah, you got to talk right into it.
So tell
Otherwise
us
you
what
have a
happens
tough
in
time.
Argyle, Texas.
Have
Not
you been
much.
thrown out of a bar in Argyle?
There's no
no
bars.
bars in Argyle, is
Actually,
there?
there's a Fuzzies now.
See?
That's not really a
Yeah.
bar. It's a taco shop.
And they got a bar, but no, I've never been
Hey.
thrown out of Fuzzies.
Their fuzzy navel is really good. Have you ever had one of them?
No.
They're good. Have you ever
So-
had one?
So wait a second. No, I haven't there. There's a Fuzzies, but there's not just a regular bar?
No.
Really?
I think, well, when I was there, the Fuzzy was just getting built.
Mm-hmm.
But before then, all we had was a diner and a pizza shop. That's about it.
Oh, I guess
then
we ought to
Fuzzies came
introduce
up.
him too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. I
Lawson.
think you did.
No, I didn't. Did I?
Oh. I don't know.
I don't know. Lawson King.
Well, yeah, I know who you
Yeah.
are. That's what I was asking though. But didn't we never did introduce him. Did we introduce you though? Yes.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
we,
From Belleville.
yeah.
Yeah. Y'all have a Fuzzy's Taco in Belleville?
No, sir.
You have a bar in Belleville.
Yeah, I just left there. I used to bartend.
Now you're a partier because Trevor told me you took them out on the town and no.
No, sir.
Where was you at that you took them bar hopping? Did you take them out bar hopping?
Yeah, I did.
That was you. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. You took Trevor, and then when they were down at Texas Motor Speedway, you took them. You kept them out all night.
Oh, I don't know about that.
He told me you did.
I woke up, a guy that I know takes photographs for him. And so I get a text at like 10 saying, hey, this bar's about to close down. You want to come get a beer? So I was like, yeah, I'll go out, get a beer with them. And then the next thing you know, they're like, Lawson, where's the next place to go? And I'm like, I guess we can go to Grapevine, go to a bar there. They close that down. And they're like, where else do we go? And I'm like, there's only one option, and that's the strip club.
Which one y'all go to?
Jaguars?
In Dallas, they have a Jaguars?
Maybe not. I
didn't
can't
know
remember
that.
what it is. There's so many down there. I just
Was
had
it a
to-
good one though? Like everybody
Oh,
had
yeah,
all
it
their
was-
teeth and
Oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah. There's none of those in Dallas.
What time of night is this? Is this like 4 a.m?
2,
2?
I think y'all come in. The sun was coming up when y'all got in.
probably so.
That's what he told me.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Now this is what you would have went through if Falker wouldn't have been in St. Louis,
Yes.
and so you were happy that
Yes.
Falks was there.
Yes, I was. Yes, very
See,
much so.
I had to show him a good time.
He told me you did too. He said, "Man, we had a good time." He said, "You guys a lot of fun." I'm sorry, I got you confused with that. You go to strip
You don't
clubs
wanna
till
be-
the sun comes up.
I've partaken, but it's not my first choice.
What is your first choice?
Oh, I just like hanging with my buddies, going out, having a few beers. Never been thrown out. It's kind of a tough scene.
You
but,
been to a gay midget bar?
I have not.
I don't even know if they have any.
I have not.
Yeah, strip clubs are, you know.
If that's your thing, that's
If
good.
that's your thing,
No,
I'm
it's not
fine
my
with
thing.
it.
So
But
it's not.
yeah, you know,
the party
it's-
wasn't gonna stop, and there's I don't know the cool places in Dallas that go way late, so that was the only option I had.
I can't imagine going anywhere after 2:00 in the morning. I'm too old for that shit.
When they said that, did your heart sink a little bit? Like, oh no.
Well, I just
They-
kind
they
of threw
still
it up
wanna
in the air,
party.
and they were like, "Yeah, let's go." I'm like, "Oh, dang, man."
Yeah, I've done that before.
Luckily, I took about a 2-hour nap before I met them out. I was already in bed going to sleep.
What a difference! What a difference of a night. You go from almost asleep to like, hey, come
Sleep.
meet me for a beer.
Titties bouncing in my face and $20 bills in their underwear.
That's
Yeah.
like The Hangover. That is literally like The Hangover.
Yeah, I guess so.
Did you spend a lot of money at this time showing them a good time?
No,
You
I think
didn't?
we brought our own beer in, and
It's a
Just saying.
classy joint.
oh yeah, no, and it was the worst
Was
part
this a
is,
fully nude place?
I guess.
What do you mean you guessed? Did
I
the
mean,
girls
the-
have bottoms on or not?
Yeah, they were bottom.
Okay, so they
Yeah.
wasn't fully nude. then.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not big on the fully nude. It's not a good piece of. It's not a good looking
No,
part of the anatomy.
especially with
You can
those
keep it
kind of
covered.
girls.
Whoa, hold on.
What?
We have some of those kind of girls listen here. Now, what kind of girls are you talking about?
Dallas girls.
Okay, Dallas girls.
Yeah.
So Dallas girls are off limits bad, just automatically is what you're saying?
Yeah, I'd say a good portion of them.
Have you ever had the Raider rash?
No.
Okay, good answer.
No.
Do you know what the Raider rash is?
I could probably imagine, but probably doesn't sound too good.
What do you think it is?
Probably some venereal disaster.
Disaster's probably the good word for it.
Yeah.
So you hunt a lot. Do you like to do a lot of field hunting back home?
It's about all I do,
Is all field hunting?
pretty much. You know, we'll get on some birds on the river every now and then, but just not really what I like to do. I like shooting geese in the field, kind of what I grew up doing. So that's what I know. But I'll try and get on some ducks when I can on some water, whether it be on the river or, you know, flooded corn.
Are you a Southern Illinois hunter then some?
Yes, sir.
So did you grow up a Tim Grounds guy?
I'm going to say no because I've only been calling for about 3 years. I've known who Tim Grounds was.
So you got into it after Tim was gone, basically, then?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yep.
Because everybody else down there is a Tim Grounds person.
Yeah,
It's crazy, the following that he has down there.
Well, you know, everything that you hear in the waterfowl industry about Southern Illinois and what it used to be, I mean, I can attest to that, but I saw it when it was going downhill. I mean, I remember going through there when I was 10, and that was the last few years when the big goose migration would really, you know, fill up in Southern Illinois, Crab Orchard, Little Horseshoe, down in those areas, Union County. Really a sight to see, but last 10, 15 years, I mean, they stopped north of where I live in Belleville. I mean, you just don't get them anymore. And when you do, it's last 5 days of the season. It's frustrating.
Have you ever had a haircut by Matt Sullivan?
No, sir.
It's a good thing.
Where's he at?
Matt's in Marion, I believe. No.
I think you're right.
I think it is Marion. He worked here 25 years ago, probably.
Cuts hair now. Hell of a barber.
Yeah. He's funny, one of the funniest dudes I ever know. But that was all part of that Tim Grounds deal.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Matter of fact, Brian, his brother, worked for us, and Brian is on Tim Grounds'
Staff.
first video. No, it was on his first. They had a tape. Believe it or not, there was a time in the world when we didn't have CDs and YouTube and shit, and you actually had a cassette tape you could put in a car, and you could learn to blow a goose call, and it was Tim had a tape out. The Half-Breed call was his first, I think, short-read call. Yeah. Half-Breed. And Matt and Brian, somebody's going to try to check me on this, but I think I'm pretty good on the facts on this one. But Brian was on that. And then Matt and Brian called with Tim and in Illinois, or in Easton in a 3-man pit. I think they won a national championship one year. I'm not so sure on that, but I'm pretty close to it. So anyways, how'd you get into the waterfowl business in Argyle, Texas? Or how'd you get into becoming a waterfowl hunter?
I just kind of grew up deer hunting, kind of grew out of that, and I had family back home in Kansas that would take me a couple of times a year, and just kind of started hunting around North Texas.
You excited about this year?
Oh, yeah.
Did I scare y'all with my speech today?
It was
it wasn't that bad.
An hour long.
All I did, I went over everything that happens here, and I accentuated all the shit that's fucked up around here that someone screws up, so y'all wouldn't do that. Mm-hmm. And that's basically what I talked about, because everything else kind of standard.
Well, I think the important part is you outlining that. I mean, it still is a job. You know,
yes.
You're an employer, and there's certain things that you have to know before you start your employment. And I don't think you touched on anything that was too frightening. If it was, it'd probably be a snowflake and probably shouldn't be here anyway.
There you go.
It was frightening.
Employee of the week so far right now. We're running on that.
Made me want to.
No.
But no, I just wanted to go over all the basics of what to expect and what not to expect.
Cell phones were on that list, too.
Yeah, but it's Cisco, and I'll make sure I get all over stuff.
Oh. Elon Musk says like 5 minutes tops for a meeting. I'm trying to look it up. I'm pretty sure that's what he says. Maybe 15. No large meetings. If you're not adding value to the meeting, leave. Should have done that at like fucking the 30-minute mark. No frequent meetings. So yeah, Jeff he broke all of Elon Musk's rules. If you're not adding value to the meeting, leave.
Yeah.
What are you gonna keep us in there an hour for?
Was it an hour?
Fuck yeah, it was an hour. We got in there at 1 o'clock and we started this at 2.
Oh, I was locked in.
Oh,
Just time started flying by.
my
I
goodness.
seen Andy over there getting antsy.
Just wrap it up, Jeff.
Well, how many times have you heard that?
What?
That spiel?
That's actually the first guide meeting we had. So we figured out after Mikey, we need to have like a period where the training wheels, because Mikey got thrown straight into the fire last year. So after that, and then after Gunner the year before that, or 2 years before that, we figured it'd probably be good if we're going to get a bunch of new guys in to have, like, this is what we expect, because we've never explicitly told somebody, like, hey, this is what we expect you to do. It's always just kind of been like, surely to God they're smart enough, like they'll just figure it out. And then we had Mikey and Gunner, and we were like, okay, they're not smart enough to figure it out on their own. So that was the reason for the meeting. Before, like, we never sat Josh down and was like, hey, this is what you got to do. We never sat Blake down and did that. But after our 2 experiences recently, we're like, okay, maybe we need to spell this out for the kids.
You know what made me nervous?
What?
The Cisco guy wanted to thank me for our order.
Why? Why does that make you nervous?
How much money do we buy in Cisco shit? Like, so I sure appreciate that very much. I'm like, oh, fuck.
You're helping him. You're helping him get his quota.
No shit.
But
yeah, I'm going to Tahiti next week now. Thank you.
Yeah. So, but I mean, that's the thing about it, is all common sense stuff. Like, pick up after yourself. Now there's a lot of things that you guys are going to learn that weren't covered in the meeting. So
the hands-on stuff I'm not worried about. I just want to go over the basic outline of what to expect, what not to expect. Because what we do expect, we forget. We've been doing the same shit the same way for a long, long, long time. Well, we just expect everybody knows that this is the way we're going to do stuff. After 3 days of it, you'll know it's the same system over, and you'll pick up on it. And it's real simple. And
Everything goes on repeat.
everything's a repeat all the time. We
Breakfast
try to.
4:15. We leave here at 5. We scout at 4 o'clock. Dinner's at 6.
It's the same old every day.
Groundhog.
Oklahoma will be a little bit different.
You're
but-
gonna be a whole lot
Yeah.
different, and you're gonna be in Oklahoma, and you're gonna see things a little bit different up there that we do. But it's the same basic deal.
Yeah.
All right, any more questions for you guys? Nobody's been thrown out of a bar.
Did you start on foils, or who did you start calling with?
Oh.
And that's the thing with calling today. Like, you can get anybody.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm allowed to say.
You can say we just
Okay. Oh, well, I started on a Big Sean's,
Okay.
and just as far as big geese go,
Mm-hmm.
I started there, and I still have that on my lanyard, a Big Kahuna, just because.
Big Sean, that's what you're familiar with?
Well, I think as far as tone goes and easeability of use, that's probably the best I have on my lanyard. But I've had several grounds before. I had a Pro Super Mag for 2 years. Really loved that call. Just parted with it. You guys know how it goes with calls. You're always kind of trading. And
I don't.
Yes,
Well,
I do.
but I mean, I have a good buddy of mine that you know back home.
Who's that?
Ari. He works for Pacific.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he's kind of got me on with them, and man, that's some good product right there.
Yeah, they make a good
So,
product.
Definitely.
It's funny because a long time ago it was like foils would be somebody like guys out of Illinois.
Sure.
They'd pick up his calls, and it was real regional. Like East Coast guys, they'd be like Sean Mann, and then now with the internet the way it is, like you can get a call anywhere
Never had
from anybody.
never had a foils before.
Really?
Ever. Nope. Never been kicked out of a bar. Sorry, bud.
And you haven't been kicked out of a bar either?
No, not really.
It's
Not
not
really.
really.
It's
It's a
black
yes
or
or no
white.
problem. I mean,
Yeah,
you either
you
have
know.
or you did get kicked out?
Yeah, I've been kicked out.
Kicked
now
out
it's-
or just asked to leave?
Politely asked to leave.
Okay, so there's a difference.
Was you overserved also?
Yeah, it's not my fault.
That's true. It's not.
It's on the establishment.
See, I don't get that.
No,
That's
that's
just
a-
young. That's a
yeah.
young generation deal.
Yeah.
If
But
you're just-
technically,
stupid
it is
rule.
on the establishment. Though.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what if you're
100%.
overserved when you walk in there though?
I don't know. What's the legality of that? I mean, if you go,
You get
You
you a
can-
good attorney. You
You
can do
can
a lot
sue
of
the
things.
bar if you
Yeah.
were to get in an accident, can't you?
Yeah, I
Bar's
don't know.
liable.
I think that's
You were a
shit.
bartender.
Yeah. Well, it's so hard to say because, as a bartender, you're working so hard for that tip.
Right.
You don't want to cut somebody off, but
No,
at
I
the
get
same
it.
time, it's comes down to, is someone safe or are they putting the business at risk?
You
So-
you just touched a real big point on the hunting business too. Your thing is to be friends with the guys you're clients with on a bad day, good day, whatever, because you're working on tips. Mm-hmm. Where I'm on the business end of the sometimes on the deal.
Sure.
And there's been times where I've had to be an ass to somebody because this ain't how we do it. Where the guy that puts the guy in a bad position because you're trying to, that you're trying to work on a tip.
Well, you have a whole lot more at risk than I do.
Exactly. So when you're a bartender and you get somebody that's overserved, how do you tell someone they can't have a drink?
I just, just say you're done politely. I can't make you another drink. When you've,
And drunks usually aren't the nicest people in the world.
they're irrational.
Yeah, big time.
I'm not going to let you sit there and order your 6 old fashioned when you've already killed 5 in an hour. It's just.
Alcohol is the only drug that makes people violent.
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, I think anybody that's dealt with drunks and druggies would say that drunks are a lot worse than druggies are.
It's a 180.
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
the personality.
Druggies, someone that gets on bath salts or something that's out of the deal, they're just fucking out of it. There's no doubt about that. But a drunk can get fucking just mean and vicious.
Well, I don't see how anybody's life could be down that bad where you've got to resort to that to feel
shit.
something.
You
but-
imagine? I'm gonna go take some meth. It'll make me feel good.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
I mean,
What's the weirdest shit you've seen when you was bartending?
people love getting naked. I mean, they do. And it's
People love getting naked.
well, they do. They do. And a lot of times, late night when you've already done last call and you're shutting it down, and man, there's just a lot of people in there that that they've got to pull everything out of their back pocket to try and go home with somebody, and sometimes they resort to some pretty risky measures. And and I'm sitting there at the other end of the bar sober. I'm like, I wouldn't have done that, but
Gabriel's wishing he was old enough to go to bars when he's listening to this stuff now.
But I've never been in a position like, I think if I show her my dick, she'll go home with me. I've never done
None
that.
of us are in that position.
No, but I mean, it's just like the drunk mind.
I think he's
is-
talking about the women doing it more than the men.
I've never,
Yeah, no one's.
I've never been around a woman that's like, hey, take me home. Here's my tits either.
I've never met a guy that confident in his life, but you know, you got to lay that out front. Not the
Yes.
biggest, but it sure is the skinniest.
It ain't
funny.
long, but it's
It's a good
skinny.
one.
It's cute, you know.
It's cute.
You want to let them know, like, hey, it's big enough to get the job done. It's not life threatening. It'll be a good time for both of us.
Hey, just tell her 6 inches round trip, 3 in, 3 out.
That's right. That's right.
God almighty, it's gonna be a long year.
But I was a bartender for a little bit, and that's what they always told us. Like, it's on you. If you overserve somebody, it's the bar.
Absolutely.
So make sure you're. But there's a fine line.
That's one job I wish I'd have got to do.
Bartend?
Oh, I think it would have been fun.
It's so fun.
I'd still like to bartend like at a local pub or something in some big city. I think it'd be fun as hell to sit there and serve. I do. I think it'd be fun.
I did it here at the country club, and it was so easy. It was beer.
Well,
You would do.
you had 6 people every night, the same people.
Oh no, Jeff. We brought the house down on many occasions.
I've been there,
But it
many
was
times.
it was beer. It would be maybe a Bloody Mary every once in a while, and maybe a couple like shots. So I mean, fucking simple.
And the other part too, I mean, it is great money. To be honest with you guys, after college, if I hadn't started that when I had, I mean, I wouldn't have been able to come down here and do this.
Right.
No chance.
Yeah.
So
It is good money. I think it would be fun. I think working at an upscale neighborhood bar somewhere, boy, you can make a killing and be fun. You get to visit with people. I like to talk to people anyway.
Yes, sir.
And boy, there ain't nothing getting 3 drinks down someone to visit with them. Boy, they'll tell you all kinds of shit.
oh yeah.
What the place you worked at, was it just like your basics, or was there like crazy drinks you had to memorize?
Yeah, it was a pretty high end bar. They had signature cocktails. They had a big list. I mean, I had a lot to learn. I mean, it wasn't just pouring drafts and
Right.
making whiskey cokes. But it was fun. You know, it's nice with those signature cocktails. You can
What is a signature cocktail? Name us one of those that you have.
Okay, so one is, we call it a Gloria. It's a blues drink, you know, St. Louis blues. And it was Malibu, blue Caraco, pineapple, club soda, and sometimes you can throw some cayenne pepper on top. But you know,
Sea
that's-
breeze. Spicy sea breeze.
you know, that's a $13 drink. So you get a group of gaggle of ladies in there, and they're running up a bar tab. They want another one. Hell yeah, I'll make you another one.
Because
So,
you're figuring you're going to make $3 tip off each one.
yeah, if you figure 20%
Yeah.
about. So, like you said earlier, it's fun. It is.
That would be a fun job.
I'd give him 15.
You ever do any of the smoked where they did the smoked drinks with the smoked ice and the smoked?
I
shit
don't know
like
how
that?
to do that shit.
Didn't you smoke some? What'd you smoke that time? Did you smoke some ice or something?
No, I was going to. You smoke water, freeze it, and then you got. But when we got stranded in Miami, I had this smoked cocktail.
Was he good?
Fucking awful.
I saw that and I wanted to ask you about
It
that.
came out on like a cedar plank. Well, the cedar plank is like real pungent. So like the glass came upside down on the cedar plank with the smoke billowing underneath it. It tasted like a fire. I mean, it tasted like
You would do it
fire.
again.
Fuck no, a fire in the mountains.
That's the
Because don't they
most-
burn pine or something up there in the mountains?
Or cedar or pine or whatever.
It was terrible.
So that was the most expensive meal you've ever bought too, wasn't it?
no, not the most. It was expensive, but not the most.
I thought it was like
expensive.
$250 for the two of you.
I've had tabs like that, Jeff.
Well, where at? You're so full of shit. You have
A
not.
couple places in Lubbock.
In Lubbock, you're not eating $250 meals in Lubbock,
Oh
Texas,
yeah, Jeff.
for
My-
just 2 people.
My wife and I drink a lot. We're heavy hitters.
I think you're
Las
full of shit.
Brisas, it's an expensive place.
I've taken the whole family there a couple times. I don't $400 or $500 for all of y'all.
Well, Jeff,
You didn't spend so anyway.
I bet I spent $200 at Las Brisas before.
Well, you spent $250 in Miami, so it's still a lot cheaper. What'd you buy there that was like at this place in Vegas? I mean, in Florida.
It was just it was a steak. What did I have? I don't know. I had a couple drinks. Drinks were $15 a piece.
That's not bad.
Well, it is when you drink like we did. Jeff, I've been stuck on an airplane all day. What are you judging me for?
I'm not judging you.
I had a
just-
ribeye that was like $75, and then my wife had something else.
and that's cheap in Miami. I saw a place in Miami you get steak for $700. I saw the other day.
I'm sure.
That's fucking ridiculous.
This was supposed to be like some Wagyu something, and it was.
But the
awful.
drink was not very good then.
The one drink, and then I just had them make me just a regular whiskey sour. The whiskey sour was excellent, but just that smoky one.
Did they do the
I wouldn't
egg
do it again.
like you do?
It had a froth on top. Do you do egg whites in your whiskey sours?
No, not that high end. No.
Well, it might be
was kind
something
of-
with.
It's part of it though. That's part of the drink, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There might be something. You might not be able to do that at a restaurant because of raw eggs.
I have no idea.
I don't know
I don't
what you're
know, but
getting
you got to remember at the end of the day, it's Illinois.
Right.
Y'all are ran by Chicago.
You can't get more fucked up than Illinois.
Do you watch Shameless?
I started it. It's okay.
Did you watch Shameless?
Yeah.
It's the greatest series. I
I
think
burned
ever.
out on it about season 5.
Oh,
That's how I was with
I'm
Yellowstone.
not a quitter. I've stuck with it the whole time. I watched the last one last night.
Yeah, my friend says it's awesome.
I
still,
love
but
it still. But anyways, the last one was last night. It ended kind of in a downer for me.
It's funny.
My favorite fucking character is dead now.
Jeff,
Well, thanks.
the
Yeah,
ser-
now I
yeah,
can't go back.
No, yeah,
It's the la-
everybody-
it was going to be the last series
but
anyways.
that's why I don't get why you're sad. It's the last episode. If they kill him, so
I'm
what?
ma-
It's not coming
I'm
back.
not upset that he died. I'm just upset it's not a season next year. It's the most degenerate,
How
fucked
did he
up
die?
family.
Cancer.
He just died.
Just
It's
didn't
funny,
wake
though.
up.
Just died. It's the greatest fucking
It's
show. I think
funny.
it's hilarious. It shows you how real rednecks in the city live. All right, let's get our last victim on here and get him on here.
He's
Thank
got
you guys very much.
Yeah, thank you guys for being
He's
here. We're
nervous
excited
as
to.
fuck.
He's got to go on by himself too. Stoner, do you want to come help him? He's very nervous.
He can do it by himself. He's a new guy. We're just going to talk to him. The quicker we get it done, the quicker we get it done right.
You gonna be okay to do this?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you got Stoner here as backup, so you'll be fine.
Logan from
Blake's
from
walled
Grosse
that chair
Pointe.
all out.
You're from the rich side of Detroit, Grosse Pointe, right?
No.
I thought that's where all the big money was.
Yeah.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And it's a shithole across the street because Lucas was on the Pick'em with us today, and we talked about it because he's a Detroit kid.
Yeah.
But you're from Grand Rapids.
Yep. Just south of it. Yep.
That was a long drive from Grand Rapids to Indian River, wasn't it, Indy?
Yeah, well,
Where's Indian River?
it's where,
Where we
that-
went and stayed for a
that
night. It was
house-
Oh,
nice.
that's
Beautiful up there. You go to Mackinac Island ever?
I have, yep.
You like it?
That is,
I went a long time ago, so
No.
it's been a while. But
it is the biggest tourist trap in America.
I don't think so.
It is. That's
You
all it
didn't-
is.
You didn't like it?
Fuck no, I did not.
Oh, shit.
Mackinac Island was
Yeah.
terrible.
We rode around in a coffee. The carriage ride was awesome.
The carriage ride was the best part. Had we not done the carriage ride, it
Well, it
would
would've
have
sucked
It would
for
have
me
been a
too.
complete bust.
It's like being at Disney World.
So the
It's-
whole trip was based on the carriage ride.
no, no, no,
just
no,
to
no, no,
Mackinac
no,
Island.
just
Oh,
Mackinac
wow.
Island.
The
No,
whole-
no, no, no.
Jesus
The
Christ.
Michigan trip was great. We
Yeah,
loved it.
no, just going to Mackinac Island was no the house and all that other stuff that we did in Michigan was great. Mackinac Island itself was fudge,
Horseshit.
horse shit, bicycles,
Could you
more
ima-
fudge,
the,
and
the
that was
poor
it.
fucker that's got to clean up that carriage shit all over town.
You know, they take every one of those horses and they ship them off every winter. For the winter time, they ship them somewhere in southern Illinois or somewhere.
Oh, really?
And they ship them off, and then they ship them all back up there.
No shit.
Yeah. One on our tour, that horse right there used to be owned by the Queen of England. Paid $1.75 million for it. What do they do with it? It just sits out there and eats and shits. I'd waste $1.75 million. You know?
So this cathedral in Mackinac Island was not built on the island.
Just
That-
move there.
They waited for the lake to freeze, and they put logs underneath it and rolled that motherfucker where it needed
Fuck
to go.
that.
Can
So-
you imagine?
Beautiful place. I'm telling you right now, I don't know why anybody would pay $10 million for a home on there that you can't drive to, that you can fly your private jet, then you get on a fucking horse to go. No. But it is a beautiful, beautiful place. And
It had a lot of good history to it. Whenever we did the carriage ride, it was a lot of fun. But before that, I was like, oh my God.
you get off the pirate ship, because we took the pirate ship because we had grandkids. And when you get off of it, first I had my hat blow in the water. I need to get that fucker back. Anyways, once you get off the island, it's like being in fucking Disney World. There's 10,000 freaking people there. It's crazy. Now,
Fuck.
I would like to stay there overnight because they say once everybody leaves at nighttime, it's nice. But anyways, let's talk about your time. So you're a Detroit Lion fan.
unfortunately,
I'm
Are
sorry.
you a Michigan or Michigan State fan?
Michigan.
That was a tough loss to Michigan State.
It was.
Y'all are still making excuses about calls I saw today.
Yep.
You like Jim Harbaugh, you think he needs to be fired?
He needs to be fired.
They should have fired him a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Waste of talent.
Yeah.
He should come to Texas because we need another fucking coach that can ruin everything the way that we've been on that 10 year. Texas and Michigan have been a long 10 years.
Yeah.
Do you think that Michigan's in the right direction now?
With what?
Or do you think they're going to go down still?
Well, they got to start with a new coach
They're a
first.
top 10 team
Yeah.
though right now.
Nah, they're going downhill.
Okay.
I think.
They haven't changed anything.
In
Why
your-
would they not be going down?
In your lifetime, have y'all ever beat Ohio State?
I don't remember.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. There's Ohio State are the most cocky fans in the whole fucking
yeah.
world too. They wear you out.
Oh yeah.
I was in Michigan, and it's like, I'm from Ohio State. It's like, "Pff, I'm from Alabama, bitch. You know
Yeah, you jinxed that the other week
what?
when you said something about being an Alabama fan.
And they got beat that day against A&M. Yeah, of A&M of all people, because Aggies are the worst here to have to deal with. Tech fans, they don't expect to win no more, so it's okay.
We're just happy. We're just happy
Y'all
every
made a
Saturday.
good. Y'all made a good hiring.
I don't know
coach,
anything
think.
about him.
I think he's a good coach. So, anyways,
I don't know
you
anything
hunted with
about
us
him.
last year.
Yep.
You work for your dad the rest of the year.
Yep.
You go to school.
I did. Yes.
Have you been thrown out of a bar?
No, I don't drink.
You don't drink.
Nope.
The smart
At
move after
all.
listening to these
At
other
all.
people.
Hell yeah, brother.
I tried a beer once.
You know
got
why
us
he's
a
saying.
DD.
You know why he's saying that? They got you to drive.
We
That's
got
what
us
they're
a
doing.
DD.
Yeah. Do you like to gamble?
I've never done it before.
You'll learn.
You'll learn. It's a good lesson. We didn't ask the other guys. Do you guys play cards? No. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
man, how did I forget about playing
Maxie,
cards?
Doc does. Yep. Good deal. We play a lot of cards over here at night.
Boy,
2011.
look, I tell you one thing. There's been paychecks lost and tips gained at that card table.
Yeah, we play a lot of cards around here at nighttime, but we'll teach you how. Don't worry. Okay.
All right.
2011 was the last time Michigan beat Ohio State.
How old are you?
24.
You were young when it happened.
So
Then.
you were what, 8th
Yeah.
grade?
Yeah.
Here's the
Jeez.
list.
So do you have a girlfriend?
I do not.
Ohio
So
State.
no wife then either.
No.
That's the
Any
way to be.
intentions of getting into that for a while?
Not for a while.
They're
no.
a smart guy. You love to waterfowl hunt.
Yep.
Have you been waterfowl hunting bunch this year?
As much as I can.
How's your season been?
It started off really good, and then once duck season started, the beginning of October, it went downhill.
Where do you hunt from Grand Rapids at?
Within 45 minutes of my house, just southeast of Grand Rapids.
Back towards Benton Harbor and stuff?
Yep.
Do you know the guys from Boss?
Yep.
You go in there much?
I don't. I went down there and dropped off my 410. Get
I'm
work
trying
done.
to think
by
where
then.
Grand Rapids is.
It's on the east side of the state, or the west side of the state.
Yep.
Right due west of Detroit, about 2 hours, right?
Yep.
Oh, I used to go up and hunt in like Howe,
I don't know where that's at.
northwest side of Detroit, I think.
Yep.
You hunted up there?
I've hunted everywhere.
Where in the
Jeff.
fuck is Stoner not been? Have you drove to California yet?
I've been to California. Yeah.
Have you drove yet there?
Yeah. Well, I didn't drive. I was riding.
But you rode from Maryland to California.
Yeah, me and
Jesus
my mom and my
Christ.
dad, we did a like 4-week vacation.
That's about what it would take to get that far.
We stayed at the Grand Canyon, Durango, Colorado.
I mean, it just amazes me the places you've hunted, because we were in Vermont, and you're like, yeah, go to Bill's Tackle over there and get a sandwich or something. Like, I told Michelle, I said, fuck, Josh is just driven everywhere. I've drove a lot of
Vermont's
places.
not far though from you.
Well,
How
yeah,
far
it
out?
is.
I mean, I can get to like Bar Harbor,
Yeah.
like 9 hours, 10 hours.
That'd be like us going to the coast.
Driving slow.
Did you guys go to the Kittery Trading Post?
We never even went in it. It was
Really?
one night we were there, and
You're-
it was about to close. The next time,
Michelle's
every time
like
I go
that
through there,
place.
I'm going to say, I don't know if she would though, because we don't go to Bass Pro or Cabela's no more.
It's not like that though.
It's not.
It's like I don't know. Have you ever been to, like the original LL Bean store up there?
Mm-hmm. I
Yes.
have done that.
It's kind of like that, just a little bit cooler.
Zach got really pissed off when we were there.
Really.
Why?
Zach was in 8th grade, and he had a cowboy hat on, and he had a feather in it. And this dude goes, did he ask him if it was a turkey feather or some shit?
I can't remember.
And
I
Zach-
vaguely remember
And
this. story.
Zach's like, what? And he come out, and Zach goes, why would someone ask me if that's turkey feather? Or whatever the hell he had kind of feather in there. I go, fuck, I don't know.
What
He
kind
was
of
in his-
feather was it?
I can't
Wow.
remember.
It
That's,
had to have been a turkey feather.
maybe it was a turkey feather. The guy asked him if it was an eagle feather or some
Yeah, I
shit.
think so.
And Zach said, why would he ask me if it's an eagle feather? The funniest part of the whole trip, we're in LaGuardia Airport, and we're going back, and they just had a gay parade in Manhattan. So we get on the airplane. We're fixing to go get in the airplane. We're in the terminal at LaGuardia, and Zach goes and gets a snack, and I'm sitting by myself. I've been with my family for about 2 weeks. We've 10, 12-day trip.
2
and
weeks
I'm
too
sitting
long.
by myself. No, I had a great time, but I was tired, and I was quiet. I was sitting over there reading. It was quiet. Michelle and Payne were doing something, and Andy was over there or something. Zach comes about this cowboy hat, and there's this couple next to me, this black couple from Chicago. I'll never forget this. And this black guy hit his wife. He goes, look, there's one of them right there. And I start giggling. And then Zach comes up to me, and he goes, hey, do you need to have some money to get some money from me? And that guy goes, and I started laughing. That guy goes, oh, I'm sorry, sir. I said, no, he's really a cowboy. He rides a horse and rides horses and works cattle and shit.
I thought that was his
He goes,
get-up.
"Oh, I thought he was gay." I said, "No, that's what made it so fucking funny."
Thought he was one of them that was in the parade.
Thought he was
you
one of
tell
them.
him?
Oh, I told Zach later about
Golly.
it. Guy thought he was gay, but
That's funny.
so Bar Harbor's 10 hours away.
I think, yeah, somewhere in there.
That's Maine's a beautiful place. So where all of you hunted at besides Texas and where else?
That's it. Texas and Michigan.
And how old are you?
24.
24. And you come down here last year. What do you do for a living? Your dad owns a, what do y'all have?
Machine shop.
A machine shop.
Tooling machine shop. Yep.
Now, do you quit drinking or you never started?
I never started.
Really?
I
Good.
tried.
Good
I
for
tried a
you.
beer once, and I was not
Good
for
for
me.
you.
That was it.
You're not
Yeah.
on methamphetamines, are you?
No.
Okay, good.
No.
You save a lot of money from 16 to 30. not
Assuming
buying
you don't
alcohol.
dip or any tobacco, nothing like that.
No.
What's your bad habit then? Everybody's got like a shitty thing that they want to.
Do you masturbate a lot?
You masturbate a
Well,
bunch?
you know.
No
There
more.
it is.
No more than what's normal.
There it is.
That's a bad habit. We've all got our vices.
We've all got our bad habits.
We've all got the thing like
If you don't drink, you don't do tobacco, you're going to learn how to gamble now.
Yep.
And,
masturbation's really
and
all
if
that's
you-
left.
If you get neutered, you'd have a lot of money one day.
Hell
No.
yeah.
No, I'm not like that.
Have you got a girlfriend back at home?
Nope.
No? So you are masturbating a lot.
Well,
It's all full circle now.
Yeah, well, it's,
You're not going
everything's
to tell your
starting to
mom
make
about
sense.
this podcast, are you?
she already knows.
Does she know you're going to be on here and talk about your masturbation?
It's like, my son does not masturbate.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Does she know how off color we are?
Yes.
And that doesn't bother her?
No.
Okay, good.
No.
So your mom has good sense of humor. Is she a Lions fan too?
She doesn't really watch football that much, but I mean she'll watch it. But
Is everybody in Detroit just depressed about football for the last 47 years?
oh yeah.
Yeah. It would be a horrible place to be a football fan.
I mean, how can you not be?
You had the greatest wide receiver, arguably,
Yep.
and best time. Not saying he's the best, Jerry Rice. I mean, there's a lot of good.
Jerry
Barry
Rice.
Sanders, debatably, is
Who's
the
it,
Calvin
Detroit?
Johnson.
Oh.
I'm talking about other guys. I mean,
Oh,
they
okay.
had Calvin
I
Johnson.
understand what you're saying now.
Barry Sanders, I think, is the greatest running back to ever
Yep.
play the game,
Yep.
bar none. But I mean, there's people say Emmitt Smith, and Emmitt Smith is not there.
Yeah, Jerome Bettis.
Jerome Bettis is not Barry Sanders. Jerome Bettis is not even a top 10 guy.
Marshall Falks.
You would put Jerome Bettis in the top 5 running backs of all times.
Not top 5.
Okay, let's stretch
Top
to
10.
10.
Yeah.
Number 9.
Maybe
Okay.
10.
Barry Sanders,
He's
though.
he's in there though.
Barry
Yeah.
Sanders is arguably the best ever. And y'all couldn't fucking win with them.
Yeah.
And then you got Matthew Stafford who goes to the Rams, and now he looks like Detroit's Matthew Stafford again now.
Yep.
So that's got to make y'all feel better.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Do you want to see him win a Super Bowl?
Oh yeah.
He
You
seems
do?
like a really nice guy.
Yeah.
And his wife's an anti-vaxxer too, I think, so I really like
Yep.
her.
Yep.
I bet do you think he's been vaxxed?
I don't know.
At
you see-
this point, I don't think we know who's vaccinated.
He's a waterfowl
Who
hunter
is it?
too, because someone had sent me a picture the other day and said, you need to get him on the podcast with you. On his day off, he went back to Michigan and on their week off, their bye week, and went shooting geese.
Really?
Yeah.
Drew Stafford.
Yeah, I didn't know he was a
Really?
waterfowl hunter. And I can't remember who sent that to me.
But at this point, like the NFL's already covered up Rodgers not taking the shot. So
Yeah,
like
who
at
was
this
it-
point, I don't know who's vaccinated.
Who was it the other day that was like, I don't know if it was ESPN or NFL, one of them shows on TV. He was like, let him do it the hell he wants. Like,
It
what's
wasn't Terry
matter?
Bradshaw, because Terry Bradshaw threw him under the bus.
Wow. Fucking
Bald-headed
Terry.
old
Yeah.
fucker.
He's got a reality TV show now, so he's high maintenance.
He is.
He's a pain in the ass. I know a guy that's had to deal with him where he lives in South Lake, and he told me 20 years ago he's a fucking asshole.
Thought he lived in Oklahoma.
No, he lives around South. Well, he may now, but he lived in South Lake Carroll for a while. Anyways, a buddy of mine's wife taught him school.
that
Taught his
Texas?
kids school. Yeah, it's
Oh.
outside of Colleyville, that area up there where Logan wants to go live Pyatt. But anyways, a buddy of mine's wife taught his kid in school,
Oh,
and they
okay.
had to deal with him as his asshole. And then I knew a
I'm
lady
sure.
that was a stewardess that said he's a horse's ass also. But he seems on TV like he'd be a really cool dude.
Yeah,
But-
it says he lives in rural Oklahoma, set in the southern Oklahoma near the Texas border.
He lives somewhere up by
About
Gainesville now.
70 miles outside of bustling Dallas.
Yeah, he lives somewhere around Windstar then, probably. If I'm
So
guessing.
he's a gambler.
He's a
Well,
gambler.
yeah, well, that's why he lives there. There's only a couple of bridges there, so he lives on one side or the other. So, what are you looking forward to?
Learn a lot.
You'll learn a bunch.
Not get fired in the first 2 weeks.
I don't think that'll happen. Like I've told you, we've had to send a couple of people home. Most of them we've stomached the whole time.
We stuck with Mikey for an entire year
yeah,
and Gunner.
That was rough.
You're good.
yeah.
You're not going anywhere.
But Gunner was his screw ups were such screw ups that it made it almost laughable every day.
Yeah, we wanted to keep him around to see
just
what
what's
was
going
next.
to happen next. So, anyways, and I like Mikey. I still talk to Mikey almost all the time. So, anyways, that's a wrap for the preseason guide.
That's
Gil.
it. We got to go get trailers ready now.
Yep. We start ready to roll. We hunt. Today's on Wednesday. This comes out on Friday. We're going to go to Oklahoma tomorrow, and then we'll roll from there.
Fun times ahead.
It is here.
Josh, what do you want out of this year?
What do I want out
What
of
did
this
you
year?
think of Jeff's meeting?
That's
I
fuck-
thought it was long-winded.
Well, one, we've never had one of those. Two, yeah, it was really long. I was really tired though, but
But the bad thing is, like we were saying with the other guys, like you would figure all this would be common sense, but after a couple of our hires,
yeah,
like
it's
we've
not.
realized, like we got to tell them what's expected.
Oh, we didn't go over don't eat the only enchilada that's left.
don't
See, we didn't talk
fucking
about that.
don't be selfish.
Yeah, don't be
That's
selfish.
the fucking thing.
That's the thing. It's just like just be a good person, think of others, don't be selfish, and like everything will go great. But it's a shame that that's something we got to teach now.
All right, let's get off here. Thank you. Look forward to you guys. Every one of you guys, I appreciate y'all. We're going to have a good year. God bless everyone in this room, including Andy. Thank y'all and have a good day.
All right, boys and girls, go check out all of our wonderful sponsors before you leave. Check out Gundog Outdoors, Goose Creek Retrievers, Bangtail Whiskey, Eyesight Drones, Stanfield Hunting Outfitter, Looking Glass Duck Club Podcast, Shin Gear Waders, Steak Plains Meats, Pacific Calls, Dive Bomb Industries, Boss Shot Shells, Dirty Duck Coffee, and Lucky Duck.